Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, if you guys want to stay updated to all Miami Heat news just like this involving a potential Jimmy Butler trade involving two Western Conference contender teams, drop a follow. So, it says the latest on trade rumors surrounding Jimmy Butler that involves the Mavericks and Rockets as potential suitors. Now, to be honest with you guys, the Jimmy Butler trade rumors are going to heat up for a while now until the trade deadline's over, if he's still on the team, if he's not. But they're going to be heating up a lot, right? Especially with the Miami Heat struggling, and especially with the Miami Heat having a tough schedule coming up. The Miami Heat are a average team. They're 9-9. Jimmy Butler has already dealt with a couple injuries this season, and even when he's playing, there's games where he looks very, very good, and then there's games where he just looks out of it. He's load managing once again. And the Miami Heat just can't afford that, and it looks like it's time to move on from Jimmy Butler. They have to choose pretty much a decision, a direction. Do you want to rebuild, a soft rebuild, or do you want to contend, right? Because if you contend, obviously you keep Jimmy Butler. Obviously you don't trade him. But if you do want to do a small rebuild, the Houston Rockets makes perfect sense because they got a lot of young pieces. So it says, if the Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler is on the move this season, rumors have already circulated about two potential suitors in the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks. Both could be one star away from becoming championship contenders, as Heat guard Jaime Jaquez ramps back up from ankle injury may wonder if Butler will still be in the East by the end of the season as he inches closer to his final year of his 3-year, $146.3 million contract, a player option for the 2025-2026 season worth $52.4 million. Some speculate Miami will trade him for assets. Now, that obviously should be the best direction the Miami Heat does choose. Now, talking about the Houston Rockets, it just doesn't really make sense for them to trade for Jimmy Butler, though, because they're off to an incredible start. A lot of people are not talking about them, but they're 15-6, 8-2 in their last 10 games. A lot of their young players are performing pretty well. It looks like they got a good rotation down packed. But if you are a Heat fan, or if you are the Heat front office, you would call a team like the Houston Rockets because they do got draft capital and they do got some young pieces. The question is, who do they look for as a future cornerstone piece? Is it Sengun? Is it Jalen Green? Just because Jalen Green did get a contract does not mean he's going to be a cornerstone piece. Remember that. I do think they really rely on Sengun and potentially will move off of Jalen Green. But if I'm the Miami Heat, I want 3 first-round picks because look at Mikal Bridges, look at Rudy Gobert, look what they got off them. Jimmy Butler is better than both of them. So 3 is pretty much being nice. But I want at least 3 first-round picks. I want Jalen Green, maybe even Reed Shepherd. I want some of their young guys on this Miami Heat team because I'm fine with having Jovic, Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Tyler Herro, Bam Adebayo, draft capital. And also, not only draft capital, you're freeing up a lot of cap space. And so when you hit the 2025, 2026 free agency, the 2027, 2028, you can afford people. You can afford to trade some draft capital for some star players. So I think it just makes perfect sense. Now, when you look at the Dallas Mavericks, they have been turning around a little bit too. They're 13-8, 8-2. It doesn't really make sense for the Mavericks to trade for Jimmy Butler just because they already signed Klay Thompson during the offseason. And they also don't really have much trade assets that I personally want. Jaden Hardy will probably be the only one that really stands out. But I just wouldn't really want to do that. So, Miami Heat fans, let me know in the comment sections, what do you guys think of these two teams that have been brought up on being a potential shooter for Jimmy Butler. And once again, if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, drop a follow. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm out. Peace.